being shitty today.
Isn't
Mine
your
just
internet
keeps
always-
giving me ads.
Well, it's not loading the shit on my phone for some reason.
You shit on your phone? God
Every
damn.
day. Every day.
Way to go, Charles.
Charlie from Starkist.
Charlie from Stockist.
Since we don't need to worry about sponsors.
This episode is brought to you by AdamandEve.com.
Oh no.
To be fair, I may as well be with today's fucking topic.
Yeah, no fucking kidding.
You almost made me skip
An
over.
absolute atrocity.
Almost. We're gonna make that the end goal. Charlie has to spit his drink.
The topic of this show is an absolute atrocity. And that's putting it nicely.
But when is it most of our topics an atrocity?
Well, to be fair, are there really topics that aren't atrocities?
If I had $1 for every time Jack has made me want to cry or commit seppuku, I'd have quite a bit of
Well,
money.
you wouldn't be that sad then, because you'd have all this money.
This is true.
You'd be earning it, but... Hey, Ian, look what stupid thing we're doing today.
No.
It's $1. I found one.
Kill me.
I'm in constant pain.
Somebody kill
me, please. On that note, welcome to the Shitposting Hour. And where we all here are delaying the inevitable of today's topic.
Do we have to?
No.
I mean, we do have the magic spoilers that we didn't finish, like that. We could
We
do
do
that
that after.
instead. Do we have to?
Yes.
Let's talk about Netflix Ginny and Georgia.
What
Oh,
a
we're talking about
fucking
that now.
atrocious show.
Just the absolute worst.
It was.
People actually like that show.
Why?
It was #1 on Netflix when I watched it.
Well, I feel like they just put that as like #1 spot just by views. I don't think they actually put it by ratings. I swear to Christ.
Well, that
There's
logic,
no
why,
way.
why wasn't Cuties #1 then? Answer that question.
we don't talk about that.
We're pretty much talking about it.
accursed piece of media.
That is straight
Just
curse.
like we don't talk about you and your webkins.
No. We don't bring up that game. We don't.
There are things we do not mention on this earth, and those are 2 of them.
What's the third?
Me.
Those are 2 of them.
Kyle goes, I'm not giving him the ammo.
The third is me.
It's true, I don't like to talk about Charlie.
It's true.
The third is Ginny and Georgia. We shouldn't be talking about this. It was so bad.
Jack started this, so why don't we allow Jack to start the...
Jack technically started this.
Yeah, you were the one who
Tried
came
to-
up with the idea.
That's true. That's true. Okay, real talk. We were talking about this. Does anyone remember whose idea was to make this the podcast topic?
Yours.
No,
it
because I was
wasn't
going to make
yours
an
to
Uncle
make-
Al style shitpost.
It wasn't yours to start with the podcast, but I know for sure it was your idea.
Oh, I was the one who because I was venting about
for
it.
a video idea. It wasn't yours for a podcast. I don't know whose idea it was.
I think it might have been my idea for a
It might have been like a
Oh,
collective
boo
idea.
this man!
It was my idea for the
Boo.
podcast. You're the one that mentioned Ginny and Georgia for it.
Yeah. Okay, no, not for the podcast.
Ah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
No, because I was going to make an Uncle Al style shitpost about this. Because
It might have just been some kind of collective idea.
it might have been. So we all agreed to this one way or another.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Just boo ourselves.
Boo!
We suck.
We suck!
We suck! We suck!
I'm gonna go in the shower and
Suck
have
more
a
than
long
others.
cry. I'm gonna put myself in a cold shower and have a long cry tonight.
I'm gonna throw myself in the gutter because I'm,
I'm
trash
ready.
for watching this.
Depression. I'm
I'm
ready.
gonna throw myself I'm
Depression.
gonna throw myself into the frozen ice.
Gonna throw
lake
myself
that we
into the
have.
Taunton River.
Rage,
Oh, right to the Taunton River.
rage,
Now throw myself
fury,
into our inlet.
irritation,
Hopefully, but
humiliation.
All the
Throw-
emotions we feel watching Ginny and Georgia.
Yes.
I'd rather throw myself into the snapping turtle lake that we have in our backyard.
It's true. It is a snapping turtle-filled lake in their backyard.
That would be more pleasure than watching that show.
Yeah, I would much rather have a snapping turtle biting my nuts than having to watch an episode of this.
Mm-hmm.
Still can't believe that people actually liked this.
I got an episode and a half in, and the second half of the episode, I just was on my phone. Because anything is better than that.
I told you, I was pretty much playing Wario Land by the end of it.
Yeah.
It had potential in the first half of the first episode. And then it just went off the rails.
The show's
bad.
I told Jack about this. It's encapsulated by two words: oppression, Olympics. Perfectly encapsulates the entire show.
There's nothing inaccurate about that statement.
It tries so hard to be everything at one time.
And yet it doesn't even manage the atmosphere of New England.
No.
Because that's what originally started this, was that is the most non-New England show. And of course, as a proud citizen of Massachusetts, I think I could speak on our Massachusetts masshole stereotypes when I say that nothing was accurate about Massachusetts
no.
I
in this
did
show.
in a few of the episodes that I've heard about. I did not see a single Dunkin' Donuts.
Not a single
Not one.
Dunkin' Donuts. Hell, there's like a point in one of the episodes where the mayor is having a town hall meeting. You know what you don't see next to him? A medium ice regular from Dunks.
This is
Not even
medium
a hot.
regular.
Not even a hot.
Not even a hot regular.
That's the order. You get some guy who sounds like...
You find somebody who's got an iced large or an extra large hot made regular. Those are the two.
I
There's
am
no
the
in
latter.
between.
I am the latter because that is the only correct one.
I get the extra large.
I'm a man of culture.
I get a large
can't.
dice.
I don't do the
Go
large.
away.
dice. I
I
can't
get
do
a
large
Bleeding
dice.
on your forehead.
extra large, but it's a decaf.
No, that's fair.
Actually, yeah.
That's fair. I can't do decaf, and I used to drink a lot of large ice as a kid. I can't do it anymore.
I can't drink caffeine, so I have to get...
Fair enough.
I just like coffee, so...
I'm a big coffee guy.
I'm a
But-
caffeine.
Let me
Besides
get
the
an
point.
extra large regular, caramel swirl, 5 cream, 3 Splenda.
Make it not taste like coffee at all. I just want
I get.
straight
No,
diabetes.
that's Kyle's order.
I literally get large iced coffee with caramel, 5 cream, no sugar.
All this wants me to make me do want to run to Dunkin'.
No kidding, right? But besides the point,
I'll
right?
order.
They didn't even. They mentioned Starbucks in the
They
show
made a joke about Starbucks in the pilot in Massachusetts.
in fucking Massachusetts.
You know what?
Not a
The
single,
Believe it.
audacity.
not a single Starbucks whatsoever. No accents whatsoever.
They didn't even
They
use.
didn't like the Marky Mark either.
They didn't even use the Ben Affleck.
try.
Yeah.
They didn't
No.
even use the Ben Affleck.
And there's
accent.
always that one kid that forced it was like, park the car in the Harvard. Yeah, no. They didn't even say it.
Nope.
This show
That
was
one's-
not even a mass show. This was Connecticut at best.
I literally
Honestly, yeah. Connecticut Light.
Mm.
It feels like that, yeah. There was so much wrong with this show.
We got to tag
I
Netflix
get-
in this.
I literally
No.
what's it? I found out the girl who played Jenny is actually on TikTok.
Oh no.
Dude, we
That's
got
hilarious.
I'm so tempted to just tag her in a bunch of these.
That's
If you're
hilarious.
watching this, the show sucked.
The show sucked.
There's no way
Where's
around it.
Chris to jump in and say, allegedly?
Allegedly.
I'm
I
sorry. You
literally-
may be a decent actress. That's all and good. You just got put in a
You got put
badly
in a
written
terrible
show.
show.
I am so I pulled it up just for this video. This is a list of every city, how many Dunkin' Donuts are in every city in Massachusetts. I saved it just for this video.
Oh, interesting.
There are,
Intriguing.
for example, Framingham has 9 Dunks.
Damn.
Got to get those numbers up. Those
There
rookie
is
numbers.
9 in Revere, which surprised me. I thought there'd be more.
Honestly, that doesn't surprise me too much. Revere's not that big.
Yeah.
Because they reference it in the show. Tewksbury has 9.
Yeah,
Well, Tewksbury isn't that big, so I
that
believe
doesn't
that.
surprise me. I've spent a lot of time in Tewksbury.
Dorchester has 11.
That is surprisingly
Yeah.
low. That is
Yeah.
surprisingly low.
Plymouth has 11.
Yep.
Oh,
That's
here's our good old Taunton has 11.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In which
Boys.
case, we probably shouldn't tell her what city in Mass we live in, so she doesn't show up here with a
Don't worry,
crowbar.
she doesn't know where me and Kyle live.
That's true. Only I'm gonna get attacked with a. Just
Yeah.
hear her knocking on my door. Hey, aren't you the girl? Fire! Jesus!
Jesus! You're not even stabbing me right. Get it right. You're supposed to go for the jugular.
This is Massachusetts. Where'd you get pepper spray? Brass knuckles, what?
Those are illegal here.
There are 12 in Attleboro.
I'm not surprised on that one.
East Boston has 13, which strikes me as low.
That does, yeah.
Yeah, especially
Brockton is 14.
I'm not surprised.
boys.
Yeah.
That's
14 in Quincy. So
Sounds
die
about,
Boston.
sounds about right.
Died Boston,
Yeah.
yeah.
15 in Cambridge.
Right in the
Right-
middle of rich Boston.
Right in the
15
middle of that Harvard area.
15 in Fall River.
The Bridgestone, too.
The Lizzie Borden house runs on Duncan is the thing it says on here, and that cracks me
Nice.
up.
I love that.
I like that.
Another 15 in Lowell.
Lol.
Lowell.
New Bedford.
New Bedford is 16.
Sounds about right.
Springfield is 23.
Oh,
Shit!
damn, no wonder why Uncle Jim got so much.
No
I
kidding.
love that.
Worcester has 26.
Fucking
And my
Christ.
favorite one, Boston has exactly 69 Dunkin' Donuts.
Yes! Yes!
Let's go.
Yes!
One in every street corner.
Yeah.
There's literally a corner in Boston where like all four
Oh, I know.
is fucking Dunkin' Donuts.
There was
Oh,
a
wait.
day I remember
There's
very
an
well.
area in
I went to
Boston.
each one on every corner.
There's an area in Boston. I've been there. It was just out of pure boredom for our entire class. We went to Boston. We went down one weird ass street. It was a 4-way intersection. At every corner was a Dunkin'.
Yep, that's.
It was just like, you know what? This Dunkin' ain't hidden.
I
Right.
used to
Let's
have
hit the
a-
one across. Let's hit the one diagonal.
I used to have a joke with my sister that in Kingdom Hearts, if Sora ever came to Massachusetts, the keyhole is in a Dunkin' Donuts in Boston. He just has to find which one.
Yes.
Oh, wrong one. God damn it. I have to go to
Which way's
one.
the keyhole? Oh, I saw it in Dunks. Which one? One in Boston.
One of us. One of
Damn it.
one of the 69 Dunkin' Donuts.
I've been to the same one 3 times, Donald.
Shut up and speak English, God damn it!
Oh, it's
Hey,
fantastic.
now he fought in World War II. You respect?
You respect. Use some of that
Yeah, but according to
respect.
the cartoons, he was also a Nazi.
This is true.
No.
No?
He
Propaganda.
No, you're talking about Der Führer's face, Donald Duck in Nazi Land. Which, fun fact, was the alternate title of the film, but was renamed for the song that became a #1 hit in America. Also, fun fact, the film actually ends with Donald waking up, realizing it was a horrible nightmare, in his America-themed pajamas, kissing a tiny Statue of Liberty, saying, and I quote, "Am I glad to be a citizen of the United States of America?" If that's not propaganda, I don't know what is.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did one of my English finals on I did a research paper on Walt Disney and his work. Fun fact, he's a paranoid narcissist, but that can be the topic of another episode.
Yeah, I mean,
because that is really cool.
I mean, he literally made a Mickey Mouse gas mask, and if you have one nowadays, it looks like pure nightmare fuel. I would rather talk to Pennywise for an hour than look at that for an hour.
Everything I needed to know about Walt Disney came from Dumbo.
True.
Fun fact, the clowns in Dumbo are actually the staff that went on strike in 1941.
Sounds about right. Yep.
Sounds
Definitely.
That and the most cursed Disney movie to ever exist that has been banned for the last 80 years. Song of the South.
We'll just do a separate episode of Walt Disney.
I've
because
never-
I can talk all day.
I've never even seen
We
that
definitely
before.
gotta.
You don't want to.
It is.
I-
I've pretty much taken a minor major in Walt Disney's work,
It-
so like I can talk this all
It
day.
is. It is something.
It is the,
It is
by a
horrible.
long shot, the most racist Disney movie ever
Can
created.
we do this for next week's episode?
Yes.
Yes.
Just watch Song of the South and fucking clown on it.
Oh,
It is
I go-
awful.
Oh God.
Anyway,
But how
back
would we
to
watch it?
Back to the topic.
god awful. One of the details that, like, again, a more minor is there's literally an entire road where they're driving into Massachusetts where and it's like just their car in the road is completely empty in the broad daylight.
That's nothing.
No
That does
fucking
not
way.
happen. That does not happen.
There's
here.
like 12 cars on that road. Guy in the front is driving like somebody's grandma. There's some guy driving behind Georgia just tailgating the fucker.
Yeah.
There's a dude in a Ford F-150 fucking
The
revving.
tailgating's the only one that's accurate.
You're also going to run into at least one douchebag that has the double lift kit and
Yes.
the triple wide tires.
And he's blasting pop country.
Yes.
He's
Like,
got the
no,
I had
he's got
that
American
at home.
flag on a 2x4 on the back of his pickup.
Jack.
If it's not
driving
pop
the
country, it's
literal
that really
person that was in
god-awful
my
country
Walmart
rap.
parking lot
Oh,
yesterday
yeah.
trying to pick up their order.
Yeah, this sounds like a Walmart parking lot.
That's when you just
not even gonna
look
mention
out the
mention the
window
guy that
and say,
literally
Merle
had
Haggard
a-
would smack the shit out of you.
No, it was the most inaccurate thing I'd ever seen was the lack of traffic. Hell, there's not even a guy that just decided to illegal pass all of them. Like,
No.
there were so far and few in between accurate moments. Like, people with the stale sarcasm.
Yeah.
Like, the one I noted was the lady when she was buying the birth control at the beginning of the second episode.
Yeah.
That was sort of like... Where it was sort of like...
It was kind of accurate, but at the same time,
It felt too forced.
it did. And, like,
I think it's just from the fact of, like...
you also have to consider, like...
It's also one of those mass stereotype things where, like, I think it's just one of those... It's kind of like saying, I'm from Boston. Like,
Yeah.
even if you name it very accurately, somebody from Boston just knows if you are or not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, like, I think that's what it comes down to, is the fact that, like, you just sort of heard the delivery of that joke, and I was just sort of like... none
It's
of you
just
are from-
bad.
Like, yeah, you're not from Mass.
Yeah.
Just a god-awful show overall.
I barely got.
Like-
I barely watched the first
So how would-
episode and got halfway through the second.
Speaking of the first episode, me and Jack talked about some of the things that happened in the show.
Oh, God.
How about Marcus crawling through the window like Edward Cullen from Twilight?
I said this earlier with you guys, but no, all I heard when I saw that scene, especially when she mentioned the rapey thing of it, or climbing in the window like some rapist, all I thought of was the special victims unit. Dum dum.
Or why is it like all romantic when he does it, but Charles Manson does it? Then it's bad.
I wasn't gonna make that joke.
Because Charles Manson and his followers killed a pregnant woman, you fuck! This guy just made a woman pregnant. He didn't kill the baby.
It's so fucked up, and all I'm imagining is getting fucking thrown or something on a flight of stairs.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Puts the
Hey,
light right in
I'll
her crotch.
Jack, hey, I'm pregnant.
You know how I just came in the window? You're going out it.
Yeetus deletus. Yeetus the fetus.
Yeetus the fetus deletus.
Jenny, you know it's legal in Massachusetts. What?
Wait, hang on, I got the perfect video for this.
Oh, no.
Oh yeah, play videos on a podcast.
No,
That's-
I'm just showing you the. I'm just gonna show you guys the video real quick. Keep talking.
Anyway,
Oh shit.
No, that was the other thing, is the fact that, like, and call me a dumbass for this, until, like, and I'm gonna mind the camera, I didn't realize the season had ended. So I watched, like, halfway through the
Found
second
it.
season before I noticed, and I was like, wait a minute.
How does that even happen, honestly?
Oh, I've seen this.
Yeah,
how
Shane
does that
Dawson
even-
movie.
Wait.
Oh god, yeah.
I've seen it. It's the clip from the Shane Dawson movie where she fucking puts the watermelon in her
Yeah, I
shirt and then
remember.
trips her, and then he trips her.
Yeah, I remember that it was terrible.
It was really bad.
Yeah, but anyway, how does that even happen? How do you just? Was it just one of those situations where you're just like trying to get through it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like I said, at the time, I was just playing WarioWare, but
It was almost like background noise.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Although, I was saying to you guys, but no, there were some moments that stuck out particularly well from that moment alone. Like the entire breakup sequence with fucking the entire sequence with just playing Mario Land. Like,
Yeah.
like he cheats up. Like, you're breaking up with me? Excellent!
Wario whipping in the bins.
Wario even the man!
So good. I love that shit so much.
Oh no.
I was a great boyfriend. Oh no!
It's almost like he knew. It's almost like Wario knew.
This is a garbage. What's it that Twitter? Ginny and Georgia stinks. I'm leaving. I'm going back to my game. WarioWare, get it together.
Oh.
I was pretty. But no. So until it explained it, and mind you, this might just be me being a dumbass. I didn't realize she was burning herself. Like, I didn't realize that was a self-harm thing until she actually said it at the end of the second episode.
No, I was about to mention they did such a piss poor job of certain subplots.
No, when she dropped her pants and went for a crotch, I was like, is she fucking herself with a lighter? What the shit? Like, I seriously thought she was just a weird arsonist. I was like, what is
Like,
this?
They did such a piss poor job of certain subplots. Like certain things really didn't get explained until season 2. Like their self-harm subplots didn't really get mentioned until
I didn't pick
two.
up it was self-harm until she actually said it, because then
Yeah.
I was like, okay, this makes this a little better.
Yeah, no, they didn't explain
No,
it.
I seriously thought she was just like a bizarre arsonist. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, they really didn't explain it very well until season 2. It was just like, what the fuck? What is this?
Also, I'll also say this for Kyle, the toothbrush scene.
I don't even want to know.
I got halfway into episode 3 and then I stopped. Do I want to know?
No,
I do.
you really don't.
No.
Go ahead, Jack.
No, basically, it's she uses her electric toothbrush as a vibrator.
Oh, that scene. Fuck. I got
It
up
was-
to that.
I rage quit after that.
Oh, wait, yeah.
Like that scene just stuck with me, and I was like, I fucking quit. I didn't know I could rage quit a TV show, but I did.
There are certain scenes, like I think it was the first episode, where you just see Georgia sitting, like her vibrator dies, and she's just sitting there with wine in hand, charging her vibrator, and you're just like, this show was made by a woman.
Yeah.
They're just things that tell you this was made by a woman.
That's immediately when I just said, I'm going on my phone. I don't care anymore.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
There are just certain things that tell you this.
Yeah.
I feel like that's every Netflix show, though. I feel like there's always I feel like every Netflix drama, there's always somebody charging the vibrator in the first episode.
I don't know. I don't really watch Netflix dramas like that.
I watch the ones that I hear are like bad because I'm always thinking they're going to be laughably bad, and they never are. They're just like, it's never like Blood and Honey terrible. It's always like Sia's music terrible.
Oh, that's just god awful.
See his music terrible. That's
Everyone
horrendous.
remembers the Sia Pain Pact.
Yeah. I don't want to remember it. I really don't. I really don't want to remember that.
Yeah.
That move. God, why did... No. No.
Again, so for context, Chris and I watched that Sia movie because I heard it was like bad. I bad. I was thinking it'd be like so bad it's funny, but it was not.
I wish it was so bad.
And Chris and I made a deal when we played Magic called the Sia Pain Pact, where for like a month straight, neither of us targeted each other in Magic at all.
Yes, I ended up watching it later on. I regret my life decisions.
You should have watched it with us, where we could have made it funny.
Kyle has unlocked the core memory.
Oh,
Yeah.
you watched it?
No, I watched it later on. God, I regret some of my life decisions.
Just like I have zero ambition of watching Blood and Honey.
Oh, I will
I-
watch that.
You
wanna
don't
watch
want
it?
to.
It's just
It
looks
is
so
so-
bad that it looks funny.
It is not. It
I've
is
heard
not.
So many
I've
people-
heard it's really boring.
I've heard
It's
people
just
say-
bad.
I've
It
heard
is just
people call the artwork or the animation that a child could have done it better. Like they literally just could have basically copied and pasted a child's
So-
artwork and put it in.
Isn't it just Winnie the Pooh but horror?
No.
Ugh.
Yes and no.
So the problem with it is that it's really just struggling to fill time.
Yeah.
The problem with the movie is that it just struggles to fill time, and you can tell.
It
because-
should have been a YouTube horror short. If it were a YouTube horror short, it would have been great.
Oh yes, for sure.
Yeah.
Because like you can see the actors moving incredibly and painfully slow, and the scenes just drag way too long. It's, you know how people refer to Saw as torture porn?
Yes.
That's kind of what this feels like. But the difference is, like certain Saw movies, like not the latest one, but the one I think Jigsaw was the
Yes.
one prior to the last one. Like Jigsaw was actually pretty solid, not a terrible movie. This the ones prior,
Spiral.
yeah, just just awful. I just can't. Yeah. There's just the pacing of it, and just certain scenes just drag way too long, and certain scenes just don't make sense.
Somebody described it as kind of a cash grab, where it was clearly trying to fill runtime. It was like the
Relying
big
on
one they
name.
emphasized was that the vow of silence at the very beginnings was kind of horseshit because like they just
They don't
want to
talk.
say yeah.
They wanted to avoid having to talk. There are just things that you can obviously tell were.
Well, then again, how do they make Winnie the Pooh's voice horrific? Oh, bother! Like it doesn't really work.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is it's just an obvious like way to try and rely on a name to make money, but it just doesn't work. Like
Somebody had commented, and I think it would have been way better if they did it like Tucker and Dale style.
Yeah. Like
where
most-
Winnie the Pooh and Piglet just kept witnessing these people fucking dying or getting themselves killed in a horror movie.
like
type
Critical
comedy.
actually did a whole commentary on it.
Yeah, that's where I get a lot of my information. I saw Critical's review, and I saw Meat Canyon's review.
Yeah, I didn't see
Oh,
Meat Canyons, but I saw
no,
Critical's
not
review
Meat.
on it. Like
No,
Critical
Meat
even
Canyon.
was talking about how just utterly trash it was, because he and one of his buddies were the only two in the theater watching the whole thing.
Yeah, didn't he say that a bunch of people walked out like halfway through?
No, I think he just mentioned how it was just the two of them, and it was just bad. I was just like, yeah, that's not a good sign.
And they've already greenlit a sequel. Did you know that?
Seriously.
Yeah,
They've-
it just dropped.
That's horrific. That's a bad
How
sign.
did they
Oh,
make?
that's-
They
They also want to
guarantee
do
they didn't make
They also want to do. I think they said a Bambi horror movie.
Truly a sign of the times.
Oh,
I doubt they made their money
I
back.
think
on
somebody
this.
said something about a Peter Pan one, but I'm not positive.
Peter Pan, maybe.
That could possibly
Maybe
work.
Maybe.
I could see. But Bambi, no.
What the fuck is he gonna do? Grow antlers and just ram people?
Yes.
That's about all he could really
Revenge
do.
for his mother, I guess, but like, I don't know.
They just do it like Cocaine Bear.
Pretty much.
Honestly, I'd laugh my ass off.
I don't know how you do a Peter Pan horror film.
I don't know, something revolving around the
Captain Hook is just a Catholic
crocodile,
priest.
I guess. I don't know.
Well, technically, the dark story of Peter Pan is that
Oh, they go off of the urban
the
story
urban
that
legend.
that
I
he's
could see them
kidnapping
doing
kids and
that.
killing them.
yeah,
I
that
could
makes
see
sense.
that happening. And the actual thing is that Peter Pan actually ends up killing Hook. Hook by doing it in his worst way imaginable possible to him, which is being slowly eaten by the croc, which ate his hand. Or technically that pan cut off.
I quote, "Blast that Peter Pan."
Yeah, never know.
It could be interesting.
Still, a second 100 Acre Wood horror film just doesn't work. Blood and Honey 2, no.
Oh, we know for a fact that because it emphasized It emphasized the existence. From what I heard, it emphasized the existence of Owl and Rabbit, but we didn't see them. That they were supposedly still sleeping. So that's going to be entirely what happens in the next one. It's going to be Owl and Rabbit.
Yeah,
And of
because
course, Tigger's still got a couple of years before he hits the public domain, so we're going to see Tigger in it too. Or we're likely going to see Tigger involved too.
Gross.
Don't do my Tigger like that. Don't do my boy Tigger like that.
Gross. Well, back to the topic at hand, right?
Oh yeah, we got so derailed from Ginny Georgia. The show's bad.
It's shit.
In case we
It's
haven't
so
good.
in case we hadn't emphasized it enough.
It's so bad that we got off topic.
We just hear one guy, I liked it.
How about the scene where Georgia literally bullies a child?
Hey, that was needed.
That was very funny. That was one of the funnier scenes that weren't completely atrocious, but it made no sense all the same.
It was completely needed.
Was it though? A full-grown adult bullying the shit out of a small elementary school child?
He deserved
Yeah,
it.
yes and no.
And then
Yes and
having your child punch, absolutely sock the shit out of him.
After her kid was getting bullied by that kid.
I
Eye for
emphasize
eye?
again, a full-grown adult woman bullying the shit out of a small child.
It's already a bad show. It just needed another bad scene.
Eye for an eye.
The problem with an eye for an eye is
Makes the
everyone ends
world
up
blind.
Exactly.
Oh man.
We're just gonna see Ian go punch some kid at an elementary school. You deserve it!
Don't tempt me now. I'll go do it.
I'll fucking do it.
There's a high school right across the street from an elementary school. I can do it.
I'll do it again.
Ian's just running, rampaging in elementary school. Where is Austin?
Where is he?
And just pick up a small child, put him in a trash can. This is where you belong.
No,
Remember this.
No, you just take it. You just grab a small child by their underwear, do an atomic wedgie, and yeet him into a tree.
That would be assault.
Can we also talk? Okay, I want to take a minute. Can we talk about how fucking terrible Ginny is as a person?
I was literally just pulling up my notes on that. I've been looking at my notes between me and just how awful her character is, right? Through the entirety of the show, she starts out as this like reserved, like teenage girl, like moving from Texas, like, oh, I have no friends here. Keeps to herself, straightens up her, like even goes to the lengths of like straightening her hair to try and fit in because she's a biracial child. Okay, that makes sense. You know, she wants to fit in more or whatever. Like, there are troubles of being biracial. That's just how it works in the current climate of the U.S. That's an unfortunate reality of that we live in. It shouldn't be that way, but it is. And then, at seemingly later on in the same episode, she just turns into this bitchy teenager out of nowhere. Because what? Nice
I have friends
looking.
now, so now I have to act exactly like them.
Like-
so they like me.
Because now I'm
Because-
not a jacket.
Because attractive teenage boy has motorcycle.
And the mother
Equals the
is
sex.
and because his mother doesn't like
Like-
smoking weed.
Well, here's the thing I noticed that I thought was like particularly annoying is the fact that she seemed to do all this shitty stuff and acknowledge that she's doing shitty things, but blames her mother for it because
Oh, God,
you
yeah.
taught me this behavior, which was like there's some logic
There's,
to
some,
that.
I
but
guess, some. I
to
wouldn't even-
some degree,
Yeah,
there's some right
there's
to
some
that, but
merit.
it depends.
Yeah, like
Like,
how
I'm trying
far
to
you
think of a
can
good one.
give her, like how far you can give the merit is arguable, but I guess you could say
Like-
there is some.
Like if she had fucking socked somebody in the face out of anger, I'd say okay that.
Like she
I'd
just
say you learned behavior would be
because
like, a
you
little
just
fair.
saw your mother like 20 minutes ago in the same episode just bullied the shit out of a child.
Yeah.
So learned behavior.
On the other hand, like towards the end of the season, spoilers by the way, in case anyone actually gave a shit for some reason.
Right.
But like when she cheats on Hunter, she basically acknowledges to her mother like, yeah, I cheated on Hunter, but who do you think taught me that that behavior, mother? And I'm like, no, no.
No,
Absolutely. Absolutely
We
McFucking
We asked
not.
100 people. Survey says,
Nope. Server says,
no.
give a fuck.
No.
That is
No.
objectively incorrect. Like, you're. And even the mother was more or less faithful to Paul throughout the entire thing.
Yeah.
She had him all that one break with was his name Zion?
Something like that. I don't
Yeah.
remember too much.
So she did have an affair with the father, but even still, like it wasn't. It was clearly supposed to be implied as like a moment of weakness rather than like.
Yeah.
And at least Georgia instantly like came clean about the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like she tried to be like sneaky or deliberate about it. Like she went to Paul and owned up to it.
Yep.
So that already makes her a better person.
I mean, if you want to talk about like better person in the whole thing, the whole poisoning arc in the show. I mean,
I'm gonna need a little
Hilarious
explanation
enough.
on that.
It's hilarious enough. Every time I hear the bounty hunter talk in his real voice, all I can fucking hear is that one Papa John's video. I've eaten over 40 pizzas in the last 30 days.
yeah.
Day of reckoning is coming.
The whole poisoning arc of Ginny's father.
Well, okay, yeah, but at least it was sort of. I think it was supposed to imply that he was a little too handsy with her.
Yeah, that's still like, what the fuck? Just, well, that whole
So,
thing.
like, at least Kenny was kind of a piece of shit.
Yeah. I mean, the show in general is a piece of shit.
No, that's
That's true.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I think we would have had a better time if we just played Magic on Spell Table.
yeah,
Yeah.
Probably would have been.
arguably so. Yes.
Arguably so.
No, not arguably. We would have.
Objectively.
Objectively, yeah.
Let me check my notes real quick. See if I have anything that
I mean, also, Ginny's friends. Fucking Christ.
Horrible.
Absolute garbage.
No, I
And
was
this is
literally
why
emphasizing
I
it.
hate teenagers.
Max
I
was
take offense.
fucking
Max was so
annoyed.
annoying.
My statement stands.
Me, so do I. We have something in common.
Completely unoriginal writing. Oh,
Hey, I've seen this before. What do you mean you've seen it? It's brand new.
Oh Lord, just horrendous. Absolutely horrendous.
Show was terrible watch.
The show would have been okay if they just gave Georgia her own show. Because she was
It
halfway
would have been
smart.
okay if it like felt like the lifestyle of someone adapting to Massachusetts. Because, like I said, someone coming from the South to Massachusetts could have been an interesting amount. Hell, they could have done an entire episode of them just trying to get on the tee. That could have entirely been
Yeah.
done.
It could have
Do the comedic aspect of like some homeless guy trimming his toenails and some dude, the one guy who's playing his guitar in the middle of the station while you're just
like
trying
I
to wait for the
said,
damn
like I
train.
said earlier, they tried to be everything at one time. They wanted to be a romance thing, a teen drama, as well as a crime drama, and this and that, and just way too much while accomplishing literally nothing.
Today on True Crime.
Okay, on True Try. Yeah, sure.
It was trying to be quite literally everything while
It
accomplishing
didn't
nothing.
work.
Not
I
at
think-
all.
I think it could have had some potential had it been interesting and the writing decent.
If it had just a singular narrative and focused on that instead of trying to be everything, would have worked. I could have seen it working. But it just was trying to do too much.
Do we have to? Oh, wait a minute, no, the Magic, never mind. I'm moving on to Magic. I don't know, is there any other commentary we have to leave on Ginny, Georgia?
I don't even know what we left off on, other than the fact that Jenny's a terrible person.
Oh yeah, I never actually, we didn't, well no, I kind of went into detail on that. Yeah, she kind of blames her mom for, let me see here.
She blames her mom for everything that goes wrong in her life.
I'm reading through my notes and a thing I love how I left a comment in my notes where I quoted the show. Willsbury sucks, and I said, no, that's just the writing.
That's just the show.
That's just the
The-
Just the show.
Just the show.
It took me a minute to I didn't realize that I'm on. So the credit cards under the kid's name struck me as fine until I realized that she was doing it to help herself.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing, that's a common thing I've heard is that I'm opening up a line of credit in the kid's name when they're young and paying it off, so that way when they're an adult they have a decent line of credit.
Yeah.
Except we see it in Ginny's history. She has like a 230. I think she's at like a 230 credit score.
Yeah. Yeah. Ginny and yeah, Georgia has. She's not a great person either.
It's not a show of good guys.
Yeah, just take the instance where she decides to steal a purse for some reason. I don't remember why.
There was no reason for her to steal that purse.
What the fuck? So, yeah, that's a thing that happens.
Really, the only good character in this show is Joe, the man who has a restaurant and just wants to be left alone.
Yeah, exactly.
Keep annoying him.
Save my man's Joe.
Ginny and Georgia walk in. Joe, what do you want from me? Please just stop. Why?
Yeah,
What do you want from me?
he's the shining light in the entire show.
Georgia walks in. Damn it.
Yeah, he's honestly.
Oh, from one of the first hangout sections in the basement, I noted that that there's no smoke coming from any of the bongs. It cracked me up.
Yeah, that's the thing that, yeah.
Want to go get stoned? Clearly you don't.
Clearly not. Fucking posers.
Not really.
Fucking
They also
posers.
proceeded to measure each other's penises, which I thought was fucking weird.
Yeah, kind of.
That's
Well,
not kind of weird.
You do that in the privacy of your own bathroom.
No, you do that with the homies.
But you gotta do it with the
I'm
socks on.
homosexual. I only do it for the homies.
Only for the
Exactly.
homies.
Hey, dog, I'm horny. Got you, bro.
Yeah, got
But
you,
you gotta
homie.
do it with the socks on. Gotta do it with the socks on.
No.
No, not with the socks.
Never
on.
with the socks
Never with
on.
the
Never with the socks.
Hey, you take those socks off. I see you.
I see those socks. Get them shits out of here.
I kissed my homies goodnight once, and I'm a homosexual. Gosh.
Fuck.
You smoke once. You drink once. You're not an alcoholic. You shoot a gun once. You kill a person, and I'm suddenly a criminal?
You butchered that joke so bad. It wasn't.
See,
I'm a,
girls kiss.
you drink once. Doesn't make me an alcoholic. You put on one Band-Aid. Doesn't make me a doctor. But I kiss my homies goodnight. And I'm gay. And society calls me gay.
Society calls me gay.
See, girls, they can kiss their friends, and they're not considered lesbians. But when I do it with the homies, automatically I'm gay.
Beautiful.
I commented on one of the earlier I actually, hilariously enough, I referred to one of the scenes in the show as Cuties Part 2 Electric Boogaloo, and the reason being, I remember this, it was when the dance instructor was saying shit to these 15-year-old girls like, come on, show me some more ass! Come on, work it, ladies! And all I'm thinking is like, what the fuck?
I totally forgot about that scene.
Make it all sexy. Sir, these are children.
This is a high school, what?
Sir, this is a high school. These girls are 15. Please stop.
These are children. Go away.
We might have to report you to the authorities.
You might have to
I'm
register
Chris
as a
Hansen,
sex offender.
Dateline
Please have a seat.
Oh, of course I have them all. Oh, they went to a bocce club in Massachusetts. I don't buy that one.
No.
No, not one second.
Name one bocce club in the state. I dare you. You
There's
can't.
some weird ones, but like
At a country club. Most people don't go to the country club.
but the club they went to, no.
No.
I also made a running challenge when I thought I was going to be doing an Uncle Al style video, where the running joke was I was going to replace the entire soundtrack with the songs of the Dropkick Murphys of the Boss Stones.
That's the other thing. That's the other thing.
That was my beef. There was
No Dropkick Murphys song. Like here, right? The opening scene of them like driving to Massachusetts, right?
Perfect
They
place.
didn't play Shipping Up to Boston.
They should have played.
That was
Shipping
my
Up to
biggest
Boston.
beef. That was my biggest beef.
Not one time did I hear in either season did I hear the Mighty Mighty Boss Stones or the Dropkick Murphys. And
Not
I was
one
mad
Dropkick
about
Because
it.
Murphys
it's
song.
not a Massachusetts show. It's a Connecticut show at best.
But even at least
No,
people in Connecticut at least listen to it.
It's Rhode Island light.
It's
No.
No, I wouldn't. You know what? I kind of agree with Ian. Connecticut at best.
You don't see many people in Rhode Island acting all rich unless you go up to Newport, Middletown.
Would you consider like a lot of these people Richie Rich?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would.
That's fair. Okay.
From the
Yeah.
one episode,
That-
from
it's-
1.5 episodes I've watched, I consider them.
It's
Richie
Newport at best, and that's pushing
Okay.
it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I can get that. Yeah, I can get behind that.
It's New Jersey, if we're really being accurate.
Oh. No.
Oh yeah.
No, this show has the stink of New Jersey.
The smog.
Yes.
It smells like Chris Christie.
Oh. Gross.
Rich. Jersey thing.
My show tastes like a fried boot. My show is a fried boot.
Yeah.
All I can
Oh,
think of
no.
whenever I hear New Jersey is Nookie wants Snoot Snoot.
No.
Oh,
That's
let's
all I can think of. Whenever I
moving
hear it.
on. Moving on.
Oh, they're watching sports and they're watching soccer.
No.
No.
The only people that watch that in New England are from Brockton,
And
Fall River, New Bedford.
Yeah.
and most of them, I'm gonna get jumped.
Portuguese.
But yes,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get jumped by my girlfriend, her family, most of my coworkers, all the people in Fall River.
Well, we know all the people to tag in this podcast.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
That's not even a word of a lie. I only know that because I come from Brockton, and a lot of them that watch soccer tend to be Portuguese, Cape Verdean.
It's because it's not really a popular sport in the States.
It really isn't. No,
It's a European sport.
Yeah.
for sure. If you usually are from.
If I go on the street and ask somebody who Cristiano Ronaldo is, 9 out of 10 people will not know who I'm talking about.
Most people will not know.
They only really know him from like ads.
Or from that controversy a couple years ago
Controversy.
where he had allegedly sexually assaulted some woman.
I didn't hear about that.
I heard about it when I was doing when I was in a Portuguese class in high school,
Oh.
and she wanted to do and she started with apparently she'd already written she'd already prepared the semester, but she had emphasized that despite the controversy just came up about him, we should still focus on his career. I had to look it up. Yeah, no, he got
Oh, interesting. I don't know.
I believe it ended with I believe it was dismissed on a lack of evidence, but I'm not positive.
I wouldn't be surprised.
It's
That tends to happen with celebrities.
yeah, it's unfortunate, but it
Yeah.
is. Anyway, but no. I forgot I did this where the music that was playing in the scene where Marcus got into his accident. I forgot where I am. I said very sad and tragic scene, and I replaced it with what's the song called? What's the song called by the Murphys? The Green Hills of France.
That's terrible.
That's all. Just gets into a bike accident. Did they beat the drum slowly? Did they play the fife lowly?
That's awful.
That's wrong.
That's so bad.
That is great.
I made him I felt really bad about him
Real sad, real tragic. Cue the Murphys.
Yeah, that sucks and all, but
That sucks.
I got my
all.
boys.
Hit it, boys.
Hit it, boys. Oh,
Starts playing shipping up to Boston.
And of course, this one's a little awful, but I'm not saying this one. Okay.
Ah, yes. Oh, yes.
Oh no!
That makes sense.
Oh god!
I'm not making that one on my. I'm not saying that one aloud, but that's.
We're not. I don't think we're legally allowed to say that. We'll get shut down immediately.
I'm not saying that out loud.
Oh, I want to. I want
Don't.
to, but I can't.
Don't. The podcast is immediately gonna get canceled.
You do you, but I'm not gonna be the one who says it.
Gets hunted down immediately by only his voice.
Once again, I knocked at the door. Aren't you? Ah! God, how'd you even find my house?
Aren't you suing?
Oh, this is hey, you were the girl from that TV show. What's this? A cease and desist letter.
Desist.
Oh wow. Oh no, if only I knew how to read.
$250,000. Oh shit.
Oh, shit.
Oh, is that,
Joke's on you. I'm broke.
joke's on you. I live in a cardboard box.
And the word of the day is chapter 11.
No.
It took me a minute to get the gears going, but immediately I know.
No.
Oof.
That's a big oof.
Hey, we're going. My credit score, come back. Yeah, my credit score's gonna look like Ginny's after that one.
Oh.
Yikes! Can't we get a yikes in chat for that one?
That is a big yikes.
Wait, hang on. Is there going to be a chat? It's a podcast.
Shut the fuck up!
Effing chat.
Shut.
Shut head.
Moving on.
Anyway, let's talk about magic.
We are done with this.
Let's talk about Magic the Gathering.
I like talking about Magic the Gathering.
This is true.
We all love
We
that.
never actually finished the spoilers from last episode, so we're gonna finish up the spoilers.
Let's talk about Big Dino Boy.
So if
Yes.
anybody was still here for Ginny and Georgia, go away.
Please leave.
Now we are on to more fun things.
Like
Something
things
that
I
we can
want to tolerate.
tolerate.
Like things I actually like.
Big stomp.
Big Stompy Boy.
What?
Or
What? You
Wombo.
don't? What? You're not a fan of Virginia Miller and her mother Georgia?
Big.
No.
How about Wombo Combo?
Wombo combo.
This thing's gonna take over Pioneer.
What
Hold on,
about
I'm pulling
Slapfoot
up
and
the-
Squeak?
I am still pulling up the spoilers.
Squeeze the
So give it a
immortal.
minute.
Wait, which one's gonna take over Pioneer?
Galta and Mavrin.
Oh yeah.
This thing's gonna take Pioneer.
Hold
over.
on, I gotta read it. Okay. Cost 3 generic, 2 green, and 2 white. Trample. And it's a 12/12. Whenever you attack, choose one. Create a tapped and attacking XX green dinosaur creature token with trample, where X is the greatest power among other attacking creatures. Or create X 1/1 white vampire creature tokens with lifelink, where X is the number of other attacking creatures. I'll be honest, it's meh.
Now, do you remember the Sorin from 2020 core set?
Yes.
Combo that with this.
You deemed Abzan to do it.
Yes.
It's also but you're still looking at the fact that it's still it's still so expensive is the problem.
You don't need to pay the mana cost with the Sorin. That's what I'm getting at here. That's why I said it's.
Which sword am I thinking of? Wait, which sword am I thinking of then?
I
The
don't
one
know.
from 20? What did he do? I'm trying to think.
Are you
So-
thinking of Bloodlord? Oh, I know which one you're thinking of.
Core set 2020.
Yes.
Imperious Bloodlord.
Yes.
You -3. You may put a vampire creature card from your hand onto the battlefield.
Oh! Oh yeah, you just cheated out.
Now,
with-
what does it say? Dinosaur vampire.
Yeah, okay, I can see that comboing decently.
That's why I say this will take over Pioneer. In Commander, it could do well, but in Pioneer, this thing's gonna be a wombo combo.
This is true.
I actually don't know anything about Pioneer, so I'm gonna.
It's a 60 card, 20 life, similar to like Standard. So Commander can do well. I don't know how well. Still,
Cathar's Crusade.
but this thing's already gonna, because it gets around so much counter magic. It's nuts.
It's true.
That's true. You're not going to be able to.
Because you're just putting it on the field. You're not casting it.
Are there any commander decks that would even do okay?
This creature heavy decks, yeah.
If
It just seems too inconvenient to cast.
you play this in
Well,
Gishath,
you're not planning to cast this. That's
You might
the
cheat it
point.
out.
You're planning on cheating it out.
you play this in Gishath, this would be disgusting.
I can see you can get it.
Edgar Markov.
Especially
Good luck,
with Cathar's Crusade, with that second ability when you attack.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put out. Well, let's
Big
see.
12-12 chunky boy.
I'm gonna put out a big green dinosaur. Next time I attack, I'm gonna put out 12 vampires. All of them Cathar's Crusade will see, and they'll all enter with plus 12, plus 12. I win game. Yay!
It's insane.
Slimefoot and Squee. It costs black, red, and green. Is a fungus
Join the
goblin, 3/3. Whenever Slimefoot and Squeeze ETB or attacks, create a 1/1 green sapling creature token. Pay 1 black, red, and green. Sack a sapling. Return Slimefoot and Squee and up to one other target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Activate only as a sorcery.
Yeah, as if Jund needed another good stuff card.
Yeah, it's just junk good stuff.
I'm just not big on this.
It's just another, like, okay Jund card. Like, honestly. It's just another Jund good
Oh
stuff.
no, not another Jund card. Oh please.
Like, it's just another Jund card that's okay. Like,
I agree with that.
It makes tokens and it does graveyard stuff. Seen it before. Not
it's
impressed.
like more Jund good stuff. What do you...
It's okay.
It's okay.
It's
has
not...
a,
on the tier list of, like...
has a place in the 99.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Commander, yeah, I wouldn't put it as commander.
Well, it has a graveyard recursion effect. It doesn't need to be commander.
So, like, for me, right, on the tier of commanders from Jund, you got, like, Corvold at the tippity top. Middle, you got, like, Lord Wingrache. And this is kind of, like, somewhere underneath that, Lord Windgrace.
Mm-hmm.
Somewhere a little under there. Because it's still solid. It's still a solid Jund
You
card.
can put this in Corvold.
No, I see
Get
this more
for value.
Funny enough, I see this more as a more Lord Windgrace actually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I see this more Lord Windgrace. I feel like Corvold is more treasure based
That's true.
because this relies too mana intensive on the activated ability.
Mm-hmm.
So where Lord Windgrace, you're just playing so many lands in a turn. You have that mana efficiency. I feel like it fits better in a deck like that.
Fair.
You're not wrong.
Goro Goro and Satoru.
I feel like we talked about this last week. Maybe briefly, but we can still go.
Whenever
Still-
one or more creatures you control that enter the battlefield this turn deal combat damage to a player, create a 5/5 red dragon spirit creature token with flying. 1 in red. Creatures you control gain haste until end of turn. It's decent.
Where is the Satoru in this?
That's.
It's
my-
just Goro Goro. It's just another Goro Goro in Grixis.
Well, yeah, but it has Satoru in the name. Come on.
Yeah, but what about this is Satoru?
Shut up.
Like, it's just the abilities from Goro Goro.
All I can see with this, you play a blunt.
You play one.
You play a
I'd love
bunch.
one. I
You
would love
smoke 2
one.
joints in the morning.
I would too.
Smoke 2 joints at night.
But you play a bunch of unblockables, activate Goro Goro, give them all haste, hit everybody, get a bunch of dragons, swing.
So you're saying this is like basically a cheap Yuriko.
Essentially, this is Yuriko with red, but not as good.
So Grix is Yuriko.
Yes, but
Okay.
not as good.
Yeah, that's basically Grixis Yuriko. Um, yeah.
Like you play Impact Tremors in this just from getting the dragons off.
I could kind
Look.
of see this as a Yuriko style list. You put Yuriko in the 99. Um, it's certainly not going to be as good. I guess you can throw some Grixis good stuff in here. Call it a day.
It doesn't do what Grixis
It doesn't
wants
do
to
it well, but yeah, it's just not it. It's just not it.
Onward.
Chandra.
Holmes Beacon. 4 and 2 red. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, copy it. You may choose new targets for the copy. This ability triggers only once each turn. +2, add 2 mana in any combination of colors. +1, exile top 5 cards of your library. Until end of turn, your next turn, you may cast an instant or sorcery spell from among those exiled cards. -X. Chandra Hope's Beacon deals X damage to each of up to 2 targets.
Who
That's 5
gave
loyalty.
Who gave this to Kyle for Krakashima?
This isn't a card.
This is
card.
not a...
No.
I can't... Here's the thing, it's too...
Too heavy on the mana cost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just not...
However,
it's not
I will say, in a budget brew of, let's see,
in budget in general, I can see it being decent.
Veyran, actually.
I could see it in a Bayman list.
Veyran didn't need any more help. This is... No.
Like, can I see me running this in my Super Friends? Absolutely.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Really?
I said abso-fucking-lutely, yeah.
Oh. You know, I cannot... Can I see
mean-
this in Super Friends? No. But, like,
I could see it.
really?
Why not?
Because it gets cheated out with a bridge, but it's also so fucking expensive that it's not.
I mean,
It's just kind of a dead draw half the time.
2 mana in any combination of colors. I mean, you cast enough spells in a turn, so I mean...
Now that I look at it, this is just a worse version of Jessica.
Yeah, it honestly is.
It's honestly just a worse version of the other Chandra, the one that costs 4.
It's a mix of the other Chandra and Jessica Thrice Reborn. That's what it is.
Except again, I think it does both worse.
It has the instant and sorcery copy ability stapled onto it.
Oh, that's true. That's not terrible. But even still, like, it's just not. I just think there's better options.
Exiling in the top 5 of your library and being able to cast an instant or sorcery is not bad either.
You'd probably see this in either, like I said, Veyran, or a budget Prosper, or even a Feldorn.
I don't see it in Prosper. Like, it's not a terrible walker, but I wouldn't play it.
Well, then again, you also don't play high mana cost.
I don't like high mana. I don't like high mana cost. You know, I think the highest mana cost I really play
5.
is 5. I try to avoid casting Peer into the Abyss. I run it, but I try to avoid casting it.
Oh, I forgot about Periods of the Abyss. Yeah, you do run that a lot of in most decks with Black. No, I was only thinking because you run Adnaz.
I love my Adnaz.
I need an Adnaz still.
Yeah.
Did we talk about Thalia in the
Yes, we did.
monster?
Yes, we did.
Just like we talked about Yurgle.
Yeah, hold on, but Yargle's best deck in the format.
It is best deck in format.
I'm waiting for somebody trying to make it a
18-6.
CDH.
Do it!
I'm gonna run that as a commander just to ruin Kyle's day.
I'm waiting for it.
Oh, I like the altar.
So how about Moment of Truth?
Look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put one of those cards into your hand, one into your graveyard, and one at the bottom of your library. It's
It's a card.
it's kind of a
I'm not
kind of
really...
seems like a meth. It kind of just seems like a factor fiction.
No, there's another card that has a similar effect. I can't remember. It's like a is it card that does a similar effect?
Is it?
Is it?
Honestly,
I think it was printed in
Oh,
like Strixhaven.
Yes, I know the one you're thinking
believe it or
of.
not, with this, I feel like just run off.
It's
Except it was put
Expressive
into exile.
iteration.
Yeah, expressive iteration. Except they put it into exile instead.
yes.
Yeah, this is just a blue expressive iteration. Still good card. Just
It's solid. I think I can see it in the 99.
oh yeah, for sure.
Here's one that I saw a lot of people talking about, excited for. It's Heliod, the Radiant Dawn.
I'm pretty
I'm
excited.
pretty
When
big on this
Heliod,
one.
the Radiant Dawn ETBs, return target enchantment card that isn't a god from your graveyard to your hand. You can pay 3 in a blue, or in the Phyrexian blue. Transform Heliod, the Radiant Dawn. Activate only the sorcery. I don't actually know what the other side does. So
The other side is
may cast
Heliod,
spells.
The Warped Eclipse.
you may cast spells as though they had flash. Spells you cast cost 1 less to cast for each card your opponents have drawn this turn.
It's pretty good.
That's solid.
Yep.
That is a wheels machine if I had seen any. You definitely want
Fortune.
to be able to wheel. Look, get this out. Transform him as fast as you can, and then wheel.
I'll say this. Find it funny that's the only Heliod that is always a creature.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
And it's safe to say that if if Heliod is already Phyrexianized, then they've gone into Theros and Phyrexianized other gods. So we may see other god cards coming up.
Like the Egyptian god cards.
I've been saying I want a Sultai Crufix. I can see it happening, and if they give it to me, then evil things will happen.
Nicol Bolas.
Unfortunately, he is coming back.
I know he's coming back. So in the cinematic trailer, it's sort of a blink and you miss it thing.
Yeah.
But at exactly 30 seconds, he is there. He is in the cinematic trailer. My boy is coming back. They freed my mans.
They had to. He's the only one who could stop Phyrexia.
Yeah, and then he gets to try and take over again, which we know he's going to.
Yeah. He'll try.
Who else can take over Phyrexia at this point, right?
Pretty much.
Because if you think about it, I mean, they've taken over so many different planes at this point. And then...
And let's not forget, Karn technically caused all this.
Karn!
Karn!
Karn's a bastard.
Yes, he is.
You've heard it here, folks.
But there would be no Karn without that bastard Urza.
Everybody knows Urza's a bastard.
Urza's a dick.
Urza
least
is
he
a
owns it.
mega dick.
Reach
the
of
multiverse.
5 and 2 black. Each player mills 10 cards. For each player, choose a creature or planeswalker card in that player's graveyard. Put those cards onto the battlefield under your control. Then each creature you control becomes a Phyrexian in addition to its other types.
Pretty meh.
Yeah,
I think
no,
it's
I'm
too.
not.
I think it's too expensive.
Very.
It's
That's
too
why I'm just like, it's pretty meh.
It's too expensive.
And his ability's just kind of eh.
Yeah.
Especially for just one creature in a pod of just 4, you get 3 creatures for 7 mana. Not it.
I'd rather just cast an Elish Norn for 7 mana.
Yep. Yeah, you're white.
Plus, you're not guaranteeing yourself anything except
For-
what's in the opponent's graveyard plus what they might mill.
Yeah.
For 7 mana in black, I'm casting Peer into the Abyss.
Yeah,
Not
you
this.
might as well.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
actually just kind of eh.
And of course, the lands for this set.
God, I hope they print out some better lands because just the taps gain life cycle.
But I actually like these not just to use, but just because the artwork is telling a story of like, oh hey, we're going here, we're going there, we're going here. Your
always
plane
hated it.
isn't safe no matter what it is.
I've always hated these lands.
Like, they're going to Amonkhet, they're going to New Capenna, they're going over to Kamigawa, Zendikar, Ixalan, Ikoria, just even Kaladesh.
I've just always hated these lands with a passion.
Here's the problem with them, is the fact that the only reason I like these lands is because they kind of remind me of, like, when I was a beginner of Magic. Because they're very beginner cards.
Mm.
They're very much like, oh, this taps for for one of the 2 colors. Yay!
Yeah.
Oh,
That's it.
last time, did we talk about the funeral of Kenny?
We did not bring that one up, and I'm not actually seeing it on this list.
I can look it up.
Yeah, the funeral of Kenny is, it's bad.
Did we talk about Yargle and Multani?
Yes, we did.
Yes, we did.
It, God. I'm telling you, I'm waiting for somebody trying to make it a CEDH commander, and
I want to see it.
I also want to see Chrome as a CDH commander.
Moxfield is going to be absolute hellscape. I love seeing those lists where it's just like, oh, X commander is CEDH, and beside it, it's just like, no, this is not a CEDH list. Get out of here.
Well, Asian Slivers?
Alesha Slivers?
Alright. So,
There needs to be a question mark. They forgot the question mark in
so I found it. The Kenrith's Royal Funeral.
Oh my god, they killed Kenny! You bastard!
When the Kenrith's Royal Funeral enters the battlefield, exile up to 2 target legendary creature cards from your graveyard. You draw X cards and you lose X life, where X is the greatest mana value among cards exiled this way. Legendary spells you cast cost 1 less to cast for each card exiled with the Kenrith's Royal Funeral. Not really big on this one.
It's a bad card.
It's bad.
It's bad.
In New Joda and in Dihada / Shanad decks. Or, what's that Abzan elf that does legendaries? But pretty much if you're not doing legendary tribal, god awful.
What Dihada deck is running legendary tribal? Please tell me.
A casual one. As in the precon, as it is.
I can see it in a pre-con, fine.
Sure.
But
But then again, I can also see Terramorphic Expanse in a pre-con. So like,
Yeah. I can also see, the tap lines in the set in the pre-con.
this is true.
and you'd be like, oh sweet, we got ghouls in a pre-con. Not bad. Okay.
Oh,
That's
nice.
pretty, you'd be like, yeah, that's pretty neat.
Now,
Nifty.
Convenient.
there is not a card for this spoiled yet. But when I saw this, it made me want to fight wizards again for the second set in a row.
Old man Ian yelling at clouds.
And wizards, you fucks, I still don't forgive you for Vraska.
Old man Ian's yelling at clouds again. I need an adult.
Get this, alright.
Ian
We
just
have-
stands outside a window with a ghost screaming, shaking his fist. You rotten company!
We have a Yara, Widow of the Realm. Looks like she did in her original card, just standing on a balcony holding a glass of wine, looking superior, as she does. And then you get this just demonic looking thing. A Yara the Furnace Queen.
Throw her to the furnace.
Throw her in the furnace.
They defiled my favorite
defiled
mono
her
black commander.
Throw her in the furnace.
You fuck. Wizards, why do you do this?
Ian, take your medication.
Get off my lawn!
Get off my lawn, you bitch.
You're yelling at the garden gnome.
I will complain about this.
Old man
Wizards,
Ian's-
if you catch this,
I need an adult.
why? Why did you do this?
Hi. Old man Ian's yelling at the garden gnomes again.
Time to go home, Grandpa.
No, not until Wizards explains itself.
They don't need to. They're a multi-billion-dollar company. They're fine.
Gavin and Mark, you fuck!
Don't worry, Pops. We're almost back to your room.
Nice.
I remember when cards were good. Sure thing,
Sure,
Grandpa
Grandpa.
Ian.
Granddad, were you watching that Ginny and Georgia again?
Oh, I don't know. I won't even watch that shit.
Oh no!
Oh, wait, no,
Don't make us put Ginny and Georgia on. No.
Please.
I won't even blame Gavin and Mark for this. This I know. Sheldon had some hand in
No,
this.
I blame
blame
Gavin
Sheldon
for
for this.
everything.
He heard me from across the country talking shit on him for talking shit
Gavin is
about.
Kyle's arch nemesis. He doesn't know it, but they're arch nemesis.
I blame
He doesn't
Gavin
know he
Verhey and
exists.
Sheldon Menery for literally everything.
I blame Sheldon for everything. Absolutely.
Yeah, like
He
when
was
I
talk-
ran out of milk this morning, fucking Sheldon.
Yup.
Gavin!
Man just walked into
You
my house
bitch.
and drank the gallon.
Drink my damn milk.
Go
How-
back to bed, Grandpa.
How I knew Sheldon was off his meds was when he was talking shit about New Elish when New Elish isn't even that bad.
It's a
He
fair commander. I play it.
announced. Yeah, the new Elish Norn is fine, but I'm on.
Yeah, run it.
No, he had an eye on that card a month before it even came out.
He
Right.
said, "No, don't print this. This is going to be bad for the format."
I guarantee he tried to fight that card getting released.
He did. He actually said,
Oh, did he say straight up?
"Yeah." He said,
Yeah, he wrote
"Don't."
an article about it.
Yeah, I saw the article. I know for a fact that he had a problem with it.
But then
To which I
people,
respond, Sheldon, you bitch.
Sheldon.
but then
Sheldon,
people
shut
were.
up.
It explains
Tons
why
and
so
tons-
many of these creatures are just like big chonky boys in March of the Machines
Mhm.
instead of just like combo-y nonsense.
This should be a broken fucking set, and it is not.
It is a lot of chonky like
So far,
9 mana nonsense.
it's
Battlecruiser Carador levels.
we don't speak about that. We don't.
It's
Like,
because
there's a couple
no,
good ones, like,
it's because there's no one in the rules committee that knows how to play this fucking game.
It's kind of like Omnath is solid. Thalian Get Rog's good.
You know what? I know I said otherwise last week, but the more I sit on Omnath, the better I feel.
Yeah.
Like I can see him. I went from like there's no way to like I'm already imagining combos with him as commander.
Told you.
Although I can still see him in the 99. That's.
I
No.
no.
He is a
That
commander
is
100%.
cursed. that is.
I'm
that
telling
opinion
you,
is
he is going to be
cursed.
decent in the 99.
That opinion is cursed, and you know it.
No, he is a 100%.
Literally, just
commander.
throw him in a Ramos Wuber good stuff deck.
That opinion is cursed, and you know it.
No. No.
Yes.
That opinion is cursed, and you know it, Jack.
Yes. Why are you booing me? I'm right.
You're not right.
I am right.
That opinion is cursed, and you know it, Jack.
It's not your fault. Listen, it's not your fault.
But I didn't. It's not your
It's not your
fault.
fault.
It's not your fault.
And you know Catilda and Lear is good.
Human spellslinger.
It's
Bant Humans is good.
Human spellslinger is what it is. It's
still haven't changed my mind on that.
it's. I can see it being good.
It
I can see the potential. I don't think it's.
I can see it being an odd, similar style to Falco Sparrow.
mhm.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like an odd substitute to Falco Sparrow. Not as good as Falco, but
Falco, punch!
It's pretty much another version, another legendary version of Snapcaster.
Snap, crackle, and pop.
Yes. Except instead of just having it happen once,
it's every time you cast a human.
every time you cast a human.
Yeah, it's human spellslinger.
Yeah.
That's why I said that.
And it's in the colors where you could cast Double Major, make a copy.
Who plays double major these days?
Why don't you?
Because it's not a very good card.
It can be.
You know what you guys should start playing? I don't know why no one plays it. Golos.
Ban.
I don't know why no one plays Golos. It's so gross.
I honestly I was about to say Webkins.
We need to.
Yo, real talk, Hull Breacher, disgusting card. I don't know why no one plays it.
I love Hull Breacher so much. It did nothing wrong.
I never got to play it, and I'm so upset.
I played so many Hull Breacher into Windfalls. It is disgusting how many times I did that.
Now you know why it's banned.
It is gross how many times I did that. He did nothing wrong, and you cannot change my mind.
Banned.
What if I point a gun at your head and said, change your mind or I'll pull the trigger?
Oh, you're gonna have to pull the trigger.
You have to pull the trigger.
Oh shit, I guess I'm dead.
I guess I'm dead.
Guess I'll die.
Yeah, the amount of times I windfalled or just wheeled in general into a Hull Breacher, disgusting.
Give Prophet of
Wait,
Perfect.
cast
No.
Hull Breacher?
Yes.
Wheel of
No.
Fortune?
Go away.
No.
It's
Yes.
gross.
That's the entire table
Respect
just
your
throws
elders.
garbage at you?
No.
Go away.
You're old.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't respect old.
In 10 years, I'll
Narset
find
2,
out.
Narset wheel.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Mm,
I'm gonna be a forever child.
That's sad.
Some of the faces at the other end of the table,
This man will get no bitches.
0 bitches.
That's
Oh,
why I've had 5
you got-
girlfriends, but sadly all of them changed their sex.
Ain't
You
that
get-
sad?
Good. No game, 0 bitches.
No fire covenant.
No bitches. Hot take. Villainous Wealth is a good card. You just need to play it in the right deck.
It.
No.
Actually, don't know what the card does.
No.
Exile. You get enough mana. Exile your opponent's library. You play all their shit for free.
Yeah, everything's good if you have infinite mana.
Oh,
Yes. Yes.
Name a bad card with infinite mana, I'll wait.
I'll wait. Even
Valdegriff.
even Karn Living Legacy, the new Karn's great with infinite mana.
Oh, yeah.
It's true.
God.
Hey, yo, you know what's great with my infinite mana? Charizard. What the?
What the hell?
The fuck you smoke, boy?
The fuck?
The fuck?
I want to do that for a ban list commander one of these nights. Run all the sub game cards.
Dude, I'd run some of the just most upheaval. Just return all stuff to your hand, including lands.
Oh god. Cast Charizard with Krark and Sakashima on the
Oh. No.
stack. 3 sub games.
Braids Cabal Minion.
Sir, why did you kill this man?
Sir, we
I'll
play
tell you
Magic
why.
Here.
Because he cast Charizard with Krakashima and started 3 separate games in the same game. Case dismissed.
I'd do it just to piss you off.
Run through all
Do
the
it, no balls.
run through all the sub games. Play out a Karn
Great creator.
Karn liberated with Vornflex on the stack. Alt Karn liberated. Restart the game.
Fuck!
I would smash you over the head with a chair.
Do it, you won't.
It's Bernie Sanders coming down the ramp with
A
a
steel
steel chair.
How did you get in here? Show me your paperwork. Murder. What did you do? Oh, I flattened my friend's skull with a chair. Why'd you do that? Have you ever played Magic the Gathering? Let me explain to you why I did this.
You just smash him in the face like the Rock with Ken Shamrocks. Boom!
Yeah.
What are you in for? Homicide. What are you in for? Beating the crap out of my friend after he copied Charizard with Krakashima, and then restarted the game with Karn. Yo, don't mess with him.
Don't mess with that man.
Don't mess with that guy.
He went through some shit.
And I'll do it again.
Plays Krakashima. 1,000-yard stare. Fortunate Son plays in the background.
I ain't no fortunate son. On that note, we probably wrap it up for the evening. Do we have anything to add before ending tonight's podcast?
Ian is old.
Yes, I am.
Grandpa Ian.
I blame Gavin and Sheldon for all my problems. Fuck them.
Mostly Sheldon.
No, just if anything, mostly Gavin.
No.
Plot twist, Gavin and Sheldon Rogamo, Jimmy George. Wait a minute. I knew it!
I knew it.
Yeah.
You bastard!
Gavin Verhey's my nemesis, and he doesn't even know it yet.
Sheldon.
Alright, tag him in it.
You're gonna meet him at like a Comic-Con or something, just like shake his hand and go right up to his ear. I hate everything about you. You are going to suffer.
I'm going to make you suffer at the commander table. You don't even know it yet.
I'm gonna play all your.
He's just gonna what the fuck?
You don't know me, but I know you.
Shake his hand. Bring him in close. You will never resolve a spell ever.
I'm like Fukushima. The fuck? Okay.
Thanks.
I play blue. Suffer.
Resolves a billion grape shots.
Kyle, you can split that damage to hit the other players. All of you, Gavin.
All
All of you.
Like, look him dead. Don't even that entire game. Don't look away from him once. Just
All of you.
right in the eyes.
A million storm count. I'm gonna not brainstorm. I'm gonna brain freeze Sheldon.
You can
Why
split
not
those up,
everyone
you know?
else? No, just Sheldon.
All of them on Sheldon.
Take your entire deck and actually throw it in the waste bin over there.
All,
You are
just
trash.
all in the bin.
Just all in the bin, including Carador. Put that garbage away.
Carador. You know what? You can just like rip it in half, and quarter, and eighths. Like,
Carador used to be good, not anymore.
Even someone else is like him up. Kyle's holding tons of interaction. Somebody else just him up. House's Oracle on a stack consultation. Kyle just looking dead at Gavin. It resolves.
just my whole hand is a Flusterstorm Pact of Negation. Force Negation, Force of Will. Just all 6 cards.
It
resolves.
resolves.
I even show my hand. It resolves.
Just looking dead at Gavin the entire time. Do not break eye contact once.
It resolves. Do not mess with me.
I'm gonna Thoracle, and then I'm gonna Consultation.
I'm going to counter Thoracle and let Consultation resolve.
I'm gonna counter that.
I'm gonna Dovin's Veto. This is happening.
Deflecting swat. Fuck! Alright.
On that note, we should
On that
end
note,
the
don't cry.
episode.
Hopefully you'll join us next week where we are not watching Ginny and Georgia. And, no, that's it.